Berlin, April 30th, 1945. A city once proud, now a carcass wrapped in smoke, fire, and ash. The thunder of Soviet artillery roared like angry gods across shattered rooftops, windows. Shattered bricks bled the red of dust and death, and beneath it all, hidden, a cold concrete womb, where the final hours of Adolf Hitler ticked away in eerie silence. Inside, the air was thick with despair, the smell of sweat, unwashed uniforms, and the quiet panic of those who knew the end was near. Candles flickered on rusting holders, maps lay torn on tables, and corridors echoed with whispers of betrayal and doom. Hitler sat still, his figure smaller than ever, his eyes hollow, his once commanding voice now a raspy mutter. He no longer barked orders, he whispered them to ghosts. Eva Braun smiled at him with trembling lips. She had waited years for this moment, but it was a wedding drenched in death. Just hours ago, beneath flickering lights, and with a pistol never far from reach, they had been married, not in celebration, but as if sealing a pact with the grave. Champagne was poured, but no one drank it. Laughter attempted, but died halfway in their throats outside. The Red Army was closing in. Himmler had betrayed him. Göring had declared himself successor. Bormann whispered lies behind doors. And Magda? Hitler's world was shrinking, not just in space, but in loyalty, in power. In reality, he sat with a dog. He dictated his last will with trembling hands, blaming Jews, communists, and generals he had handpicked himself. Führer, but about which direction to run when the Russians broke through? Some had already fled, others shot themselves in dark corners, leaving behind blood-stained farewell notes. At 3 p.m., Hitler stood. He looked around at the bunker for the last time, not as a commander, but as a man with nothing left. No war to win, no army to lead, no nation to save. He shook hands with those few still by his side, then with Eva walked slowly into a small private room. A picture of Frederick passed like hours, then a single crack split the silence. Like lightning cutting the sky, the aides outside flinched. The door was opened inside. Hitler sat slumped on the couch, a bullet wound through his skull, blood soaked the armrest. Eva beside him, her lips blue from cyanide. The pistol rested loosely, carried through narrow hallways and lifted into the garden above where Soviet shells continued to fall. They placed the bodies in a shallow ditch, doused them in petrol, and set them ablaze. The flames rose high, battling the gray sky, and for a moment, the fire seemed to scream louder than the guns. It wasn't a funeral, it wasn't justice, it was silence and smoke. By nightfall, nothing remained but ashes and bones. The man who once brought the world to its knees vanished into dirt and dust. No grave, no cross, no name. Just echoes in the bunker and the ruins of Berlin. A chapter ended, not with glory but with disgrace.